Hey everyone, Elliot here. Today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new handheld console that isn't released until April of this year. This is the Evercade. Very excited. Only 3 of them have been sent to YouTubers for review and I'm one of those people. So yeah, this is a first look at the Evercade. Let's take a look. So the Evercade is a games console that has 122 fully licensed games available for it. The Evercade is going to be released on the 9th of April 2020 and will have 10 available cartridges ready to purchase. Each cartridge contains between 6 and 20 games and will cost £14.99. Evercade have sent me the premium pack and all 10 cartridges, so we're going to take a look at all of them today. Apparently they're going to be releasing one more cartridge before launch and have plans to offer many more games and platform support in the future. Where this console differentiates itself is, as I mentioned earlier, the fact that all of the games are fully licensed. This is not one of your cheap Chinese knockoff consoles claiming to emulate absolutely everything and then executing it really poorly. This is a very polished, high quality console. The console has a very nice build quality and feels very weighty in the hands. There's a 2000 mAh battery inside which will give you 4 to 5 hours of gameplay. It can be obviously played whilst on charge. You can connect this to your TV or monitor using a HDMI cable and it will run HD at 720p. The Evercade of course offers save states and can be played in either 4:3 or full screen modes. It's important to note that the unit I have is not the 100% final unit. Apparently there's going to be some further operating system firmware updates to be made. Pre-orders are going to be available from Amazon, Game and Argos, but I'll leave the link to their website so you can check it all out in the description below. Without any further ado, let's take a look at the console. So here is the box for the Evercade, and the first thing I noticed was just how lovely and presented everything is. We'll take a look at the games in just a second. Let's unbox this console. So this is done properly. This is no faffing about. This is a proper polished console, which is not something that we look at that often here on the Retro Future. So there's the website right there, evercade.co.uk. Obviously this is a UK device, but they will have worldwide shipping. You can see on the side here that the games are officially licensed, and some of the games include Centipede, Missile Command, Ninja Golf, Earthworm Jim, Clay Fighters, Battle Chess, Pac-Man, Galaxian and Dig Dug. And they've obviously got a really nice piece of art there on the front of the box that sort of captures some of those titles. This is the premium pack, which will cost you £70 but has 3 included cartridges in it. You can buy a cheaper one for £20 less, which will just contain 1 cartridge. Obviously the cartridges are available to purchase afterwards for £14.99. So in this specific pack we have the Atari cartridge, which has 20 games. We have the Interplay cartridge, which has 6 games, and the Namco Museum, which has 11. And then on the back we have some more specifications that I read out earlier, but I know you guys don't really care too much about that. You can check out their website for more information. So here is the inside, and it looks very nice in its red cardboard. I'm not sure, I'm presuming this is going to be the final shipping box. They didn't mention anything about that, it was just the UI, but there's a picture of the device there, ready to play again, exactly, because this is reliving some of these classic memories right here for some people, not me. Let's flip the lid open and see what is inside. Here it is. It's a very high quality plastic. I do worry that everything's going to get a little bit scratched because it's a plastic top there. That is definitely plastic. So here are the buttons. I actually quite dig that. Usually I'm not a big fan of the clear buttons with the colours inside, but I think this actually works quite well. The start and select, very basic menu, and then a big D-pad, which does look like it's going to be spongy, but you definitely get definitive sort of button directional pressing there, which is really, really nice. So taking a look at the unit then, we have a menu, a start and a select, which all feel very nice, sort of micro switched as well under there, which is quite nice actually to separate it up from the contacts. There's 2 speakers on the front, which means that this thing is gonna be capable of stereo, I guess. There was actually nothing on the box to say that it was capable of that. Some of these titles aren't gonna be in stereo, in which case it will be acting as a dual mono. On the bottom there is a volume switch for your plus and minus volume, a headphone jack, 3.5mm headphone jack, a micro USB cable, and then over on the top we've got our left and right shoulder buttons, which are very, very nice and micro switched and clicky. We've got a mini HDMI cable, as I mentioned. You can plug into your TV and your power switch. So let's see what happens then if we turn it on with no game inside it. I'm interested to know. Oh, so it has actually got some sort of software built in. Wouldn't it be nice if it had a game in it? Please insert cartridge. Okay, well, that is good to know. So here are the 3 games that you get inside it. We've got the Atari Collection, the Namco Museum, and the Interplay Collection. And these are all labeled 1, which presumably means there's some more here. Yes, there is. Of course there is. So yeah, on the back of them, we have all of the different artworks of the games that are included, which is very, very nice. It's quite cool that we're going to have like actual rugged physical, boxes. And take note, Nintendo, for the Switch, we actually have manuals in here. Full color, high quality little manuals which tell you about each game. So this is what the 122 titles look like. If you want to check out what they all are, go over to their website and go through them. We're going to just play a couple from each. So, let's get into some gameplay. So when you press the menu button, a rather nice in-game menu will pop up, which gives you access to the save and load state functions, as well as settings to change the screen resolution to a stretched. I've always said that I'm not actually a massive fan of that, but some people are. So that is there available if you want to change it. So to finish off this video, I thought I'd just quickly give you my first sort of hands-on opinion. It's a very, very nice device. It's a very lovely console. There is absolutely no denying that. If you are into these sorts of games and you want a way to portably take that with you, it's absolutely bloody lovely. So let's talk about the different games and the fact that they're charging $14.99 per cartridge. So there is, looking at it one side from a business perspective, that's a very good idea for them because they're going to be able to sell games and make more money. But there is something very nice about having one cartridge. So there's various different amounts of games on each cartridge. I think it said it ranged from 6 to 20. This one I just picked up has 10. This one actually has games from 2019. So this is a studio that have made modern games for these retro consoles. There's something very nice and more meaningful about having a limited amount of games. When you are only carrying around with you 10 games, you're more focused on the games that you have with you. When you have, like the Raspberry Pis that have 1,000 games in one, it sort of devalues every single game that you play, and you can never really fully concentrate on that game, knowing that there is a multitude of other games to choose from. So, although there is obviously an expensive element of, behind it, and I can't personally talk from that experience because I've been sent this all for free, it makes every single game more meaningful. If you're only going to take one game with you to, on the bus or the train, you're focused on the game that you have and the games that you have, which is just a nicer thing. That's just my personal experience and personal opinion. I hope you guys have all enjoyed. A huge thank you to Evercade for sending this all out to me. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you very much for 200,000 subscribers. I will catch you guys all in the next video. Peace.